Hey guys, it's Nicholas here from upgradeToLife.com and welcome to this week's quote of the week. So with that, let's just jump right in and look at the quote. I'm sure you will really like this one. So Neville said, "All is yours. Do not go seeking for that which you are. Appropriate it, claim it, assume it. Everything depends upon your concept of yourself. That which you do not claim as true for yourself cannot be realized by you. And the promise is, whosoever hath, to him it shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that which he seemeth to have." And this is really, really powerful. For some people, it may seem like unfair, especially like the second part of the quote, like why are poor people getting poorer, why are rich people getting richer, and all of this stuff. But this sums it all up. So let me explain that to you, right? Let's go through it step by step. First of all, only those three words. If you just like get them, if you just acknowledge them, if you just realize the truth behind those three words, that can be game changer alone, right? All is yours. There is literally no lack. There is nothing missing from you. Right? If you identify with this infinite consciousness that you are beyond your ego, beyond your mind, beyond your thoughts, beyond your body, okay? And it is difficult, it is really subtle to 24/7 like be identified with it or remind yourself of that and be aware of that. However, through some meditations, for example, I am meditation or like self-inquiry meditations, we can realize when our mind is still, what is left. Right, and left is only the consciousness, just being. But the potential of that being is infinite, right? You can be aware of being man, woman, poor, wealthy, loved, unloved, in a relationship, single, like the potential again is infinite. So all is yours. Everything is within your true self. So don't go seeking for that which you are. Because people who seek constantly, right? People who are in the seeking mode, they manifest more of seeking, right? They manifest more of being stuck and not seeing results. So don't seek for something that is already within you, within your potential. Maybe not currently manifested, but it's still available for you at any given time to step into that, to, like Neville said, to appropriate it, to claim it, to assume it. Right? That's your birthright. So he says, everything depends upon your concept of yourself. Why is this the case? Basically, your concept, like Neville also explains in other of his lectures, and there's one quote especially where he says the cornerstone on which everything is based on is your conception of yourself. Because your conception of yourself, your identity, who you believe you are, the role you play in this game of life will determine A, how you view the world, your paradigm, like from which point of view you view things, and B, how people and like circumstances, how everything responds to you. So this is really powerful, right? If you have a self-concept of people want to spend time with you, just a random example, but people want to spend time with you, you're like a really adorable and awesome and cherished person, then when you are at a dinner party, for example, you won't have problems to talk with people, people won't have problems to talk with you. Just one example, right? This is true for everything. And let's say you have a really poor conception, right? Really like you feel poor, you feel poverty, you feel lack of money, you feel not having enough money and it's difficult to get. Then you always encounter situations where you maybe have to pay the next bill and there's an unexpected bill that you have to pay, or you spend money on things that you then later realize, oh, you don't actually need. It's all dependent on your concept of yourself. This is also what I focus on in my program and my free masterclass. You can check both of this out in the links in the description down below. And then Neville says, that which you do not claim as true of yourself cannot be realized by you. So there are like two important things in here. First of all, that which you do not claim is true of yourself, right? So if you don't claim that you're wealthy, if you don't appropriate your desired states, or that you are in this relationship, or that you have XYZ, or that you are right now embodying this new character trait that you want to embody, be this desired version of yourself that is really like successful and that has a really like awesome lifestyle, for example, then it cannot be realized, right? How can it be manifested if you don't shift into that state? Only the states, only your conception is mirrored back to you. Basically, what you experience in your world is your own state externalized. Just look at your overall life experience. That's you, your internal state, like externalized, and everything around you. So don't nitpick this, right? Don't think that, oh, my computer mouse is my state, but I'm sure you get me, right? The circumstances, your relationships, your bank balance, your health, your relationships to your friends, like all of that is like your internal stuff reflected. You get reflected back. So you can only ever experience your state. That is why those people who take their clue from the circumstances, they oftentimes find themselves in this vicious cycle because they look at what is, they see, oh, like that's not pleasant, I'm doing something wrong. Then they are in a state of, oh yeah, I'm doing something wrong, or they look at their bank account and see not the 0 digits and a lot of digits that they want to see after the 0 and the dot. And so they think, oh yeah, like I'm poor, I don't make enough money. But they take their cue from the circumstance, therefore they internally shift into this old state again, and then they see this more off. So it's this vicious cycle, and you can only step out of the cycle if you realize that your circumstances are like designed to take their cue from you. It's not the other way around. So focus on your state, right? And don't focus on the mirror. You would be really crazy if you look at the mirror and you smash it down with a hammer because you want to force it to smile and to change the image if you don't change yourself first, right? So that's why Neville always said it all depends upon this self-conception and which is your state, your identity, right? Watch the free masterclass, link in the description. That's when I explain this even more. And then this is really interesting because he says the promise is the following. So this is what you have to get, right? Whosoever hath, to him it shall be given. Which means what you're aware of, that's going to be reflected back to you, right? What you are conscious of being, that is what you see manifested in your world. And you get more abundance. And that is exactly why the rich get richer. You have to remember that this law, right, law of consciousness, the law of assumption, is impersonal. It does not care if you claim yourself to be wanted or unwanted, or rich or poor, or beauty, like being beautiful and being ugly, right? It literally does not care. It only reflects back to you what you as the operant power claim and accept and shift into. So you have full freedom, free will to do exactly what you wish to do. And therefore whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken. Right? So that he will have nothing. That is why the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. And for some people this is really cruel and unfair, and why is this happening? But it is a perfect law. It's a perfect law that always gives man what he gives himself first, or like woman, like that always gives people that which they give themselves first. So you have to appropriate and claim and assume, like Neville says here, it first. Don't go seek for what you want. Appropriate it, claim it, assume it, shift into it, and then you will get more of that. But don't expect that you back to someone externally, and then you get more of the things you want. Right? If you want to learn how to pray, what praying actually means, that this has nothing to do with begging God or any external creator, then check out the video I did on how to really pray. I will link this here. So I hope that by now you get what this quote is about. Right? It's about your self-conception, that this is the key. It's about whatever you have, you get more of that. Right? If you stay and remain in that state. So that's it for this video. Thank you really much for watching, guys. If you have questions, always leave them in the comments down below, and I will talk to you in the next video. See you guys. Bye.